واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الله تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون
what I was doing just now took me about 5 minutes because it's the first time I came to this video. Hi, Namal. How are you, buddy? You're probably freaking out right now. If not, you're probably in denial right now. Anyways, I didn't even pull out the cropping tool yet. I just wanted to look around a little bit in there. So anybody can do this. If you go to Namal's videos, it's digital collection of electromagnetic nanocarbon from wherever Namal lives. His cloud level, wherever he lives, I still haven't even found out yet. I'm looking for a lot of shit today, and I won't even get into all of it, but as I'm looking around, I'm looking for a lot of different things. If you're coming from the Michael Oziak channel, then you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're not been over to the Michael Oziak channel, then go over there and watch the first 26 parts of the series that I'm making to Namal. And anyways, when I was coming up this way, this area caught my interest because I'm always looking for something that falls outside the feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. So this area caught. Now I see all the faces. That's a given. I'll bring you back up and down, and I'll show you all the faces. It's feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. But I'm always looking for anything that falls outside the feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. I'm always looking for anything body imagery because it's always faces only. So whenever I see body imagery, or I think I see body imagery, I still count body imagery as me seeing what I want to see until somebody can prove otherwise. But the faces all have enough detail in them that they're unmistakable, but you have to go look. You have to take the time to go look. But anyways, YouTube is throwing me off channel to channel. When I started Namal series, I got 26 something parts in, and then YouTube shut me down. So I'm over here now on the Miguel Everyone channel. When they kick me out of here, I'll go somewhere else. But anyways, when I was in here, I'm still looking, but this area here caught my eye. And then once I got my cropper out and I went like this, then I pulled in everything more clearly. All the other images that I'm now taking you in on directly, so it looks like it's like natural, because I've been doing it for a while. So I'm doing is I'm following timelines. I know where the timelines are. So if I see something that is throwing me off and I'm saying, all right, looks like it could possibly fall outside the feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. There are no zeros or infinity anywhere in the false creator's work or the true creator's work. There are no zeros or infinity. So when you see circles, O's, and zeros, always look at them and question everything that you've ever heard, learned, thought, taught, programmed. And that's what kind of caught my eye here. And whenever I see something roundish, circular, I know that the triangular builders build circular things, but there's more to it than that, and I'm not going to explain it right now. But anyways, when I go up to this timeline, I can grab all these images for you more clearly because I'm directing my lights and shadows in my camera. I'm moving my lights and shadows around so I can show it to you better. I'm quickly and purposely using the top of my camera to crop images and along with my side because I only have these two hands, right? So I'm going back and forth from large images to small images, and I'm cropping down tiny images, and I'm coming in with my camera like this and going back and forth and up and down, and it's natural to me now. It's just coming natural. Your eyes, after you look for a little while, your eyes will see them in all directions, and that's how you're going to know that the true creator does not see anything, nor do the true creator's triangular builders do not see anything as up, down, left, right, backward, forward, in or out. That does not happen until you get to the false creator / creator's work. Okay. So I'm going to go back to it. But anyways, I'm just going to be looking around. You're going to see my camera. You're going to see my cropping tools come in here, different shape cropping tools that I have. And I'm pulling the camera down to the eyes, and I'm going like that so I can get them for you better. And then once I get on an image that I kind of have where, okay, Bink, I see him good. I got everything, all his face. I can even pull back out and see if I get his neck. And once I think that I have whoever the viewer is, and as soon as I got your eyes locked on the eyes, nose, mouth, chin, neck area of what the image that I'm trying to crop for you. Now, for me on my end, it's as easy now as just looking at the timelines. Now, I go to the timelines with my cropping tools, and then I bounce around on the timelines. So I'm going from timeline to timeline. That's why the other side of my cropping tool is shaped all these different shapes this way, so that when I see a timeline going in the opposite direction, I go to the timeline, I find the eye that I'm looking for to match the other eye, because I know this face is about to change. Face isn't changing. My angles and distances of perspective are changing. My lights and shadows are changing. That's what's changing. These images are all around us, no matter where we are, right in front of our face, building us from the in to out, to side, do not matter to these builders, nor the true creator. And the true creator's builders build everything in this realm. So what I'm doing is I'm purposely got this shape timeline because I was bumping off some of this image. So I know the timeline's coming down right here. So you might say, okay, well, you're taking off a big chunk right here. Yeah, because there's this timeline here. If I really want to get in on it, there it is. So it comes down through that dark area. So I'm not cutting off that particular timeline that I'm looking for. And when I come to him, I know that I get his other pupil comes in better because I'm throwing the lights and shadows around. So when I pull away, you're probably just seeing a black eye, his right eye. This large one with the mouth open, you can see his teeth and everything, right? So in his hair, I'm stopping at his hair. I'm not bringing it down to his eyes. But this cropper in my left hand is very important. Now, what I notice when I'm showing everybody the face that I'm right now showing you guys, right? You can see his mouth open, you see his schnoz. The nationality is very obvious to me, and I don't even know nationalities. So that's why I'm telling you, the rest of you guys got to come in on all this, because I need help. But back to what I'm saying about the timelines. I come in here to the timeline. Once I get his pupil, all of you that are watching, your eyes are distracted from everything on this side. I only have these two hands to work these cropping tools and the camera. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to explain it in detail. I'm going to bring my cropping tool back to here where I want it. I'm going to come down here so I can get his pupil. Once his pupil starts coming in, there he is. Once I start getting his pupil in, then I can drag my camera this way, and what I'm doing is I'm accidentally, coincidentally, purposely throwing my lights and shadows around, but at the same time I'm cropping. I can't come all the way to his timeline because the camera is square in shape, you know what I mean? On this edge where I'm moving this way to come in, I'm just explaining this so that anybody else, you all have these stupid fucking cameras in your hands all day long doing selfies and photos of yourself. I'm showing you how to go see the system for yourself. You do this. It's not a trick. It's not magic. It's reality. You're just not used to reality. Bring my cropper back down. I get his pupil. I'm going to drag my camera over this way so I can get him. Now I can go up and down now because I'm going to see what he's got for a hairdo at this particular angle. I can see that I can probably get some possible body imagery in the form of a neck and a shoulder out of this possible body imagery. So I'm going to come out. I'm going to pull out a little bit. I'm going to hold my cropper there. Now my eyes, your eyes, I promise you, will do all of this for you. You won't need these cropping tools. I'm just saying to go look so you can see that it's a reality and you don't keep listening to your parents, your grandparents, and your ancestors telling you when you've seen this, you count it as your imagination. It's the other way around. I'm not saying that the solid mass of, human flesh that is sitting there in the chair watching this right now is not real, because you are. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not a Matrix guy, and neither will you be if you go look at the system. You will know that it's not a Matrix. You will know that all the stories we were told in our religious fucking mumbo jumbo has all been bullshit true stories that were twisted into bullshit stories to confuse and deceive the 7.8 billion zombie slaves. Not at it wasn't nothing bad. The human slaves wanted this. We still do. 7.8 billion strong. I'm showing all this to you guys for 6 years now, and none of you, by the hundreds of thousands, you're all walking away. No one is going and looking at what I'm showing you. I'm telling you how to go see it, and this has been going on for 6 fucking years, people. And I'm really pissed off because I'm having a bad fucking week between YouTube and the school system and everybody else fucking playing games, and then the 7.8 billion zombies hiding behind the religions in most cases, their science, if you will, the medical industry, the outer space nonsense, the fucking, it's just shit, man. And that's what everyone wants. Everyone just wants to be entertained. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. So any Christians that are coming by that are pissed off that I'm doing a series to someone of Muslim faith, well, I don't even know that he's a Muslim faith. I don't know. Me and Namal will talk about that later when we start talking. We're not even speaking yet, really. We just sent each other one message. I don't know. I don't even know if he speaks English or if he's using one of the interpreters. I have no idea. I just see that he sees it. I see that he can see it all. So I'm showing him how to really see it. He knows he sees something. He knows he sees something, but he's probably saying, what the fuck? You know? And then I come along and I'm showing him what really he can see. I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's unfucking believable how easy this is, how good this is. Realizing the nationalities above Namal's head, the percentage of Eastern faces, human faces, that is, and now we gotta, this is just unbelievable. I could just stay on each one of these videos and do several hour videos on each one of his videos, because they're that good. Everything's about angles and distances of perspective. So of course every turn I take, every move I make, I fucking see it all. I see it all. Boom, boom. I know I'm moving the camera fast because I'm saying, come on, people. I mean, it's fucking unreal, man. Unreal. But the common thread in the human faces being all Eastern above Namal's head. How silly am I going to feel if Namal notifies me later and says, hey, dude, I live in California? I would have to revisit it, right? And say, oh, my God, but I'm already ready for that. I was already ready for that. So I'm making sure. I'm double checking. In other words, that would be me seeing what I want to see, right? I'm trying so hard to show you it's not a matter of me seeing what I want to see. This is all about us being able to see the true creator, man. We're all able to see the true creator's work, the true creator's builders, these triangular builders that the Freemasons have been telling you are some big fucking secret. Well, they're not a big fucking secret. We can all see them. The triangular shapes that they tell you, ooh, triangular shape. It's not a fucking secret. We could all see it. But us, the 7.8 billion zombie slaves, insist on being lied to about absolutely everything. It's insane. We're fucking insane people, man. The human population, they love being zombified. They love being dumbed down like this. They don't even call it being dumbed down. They call it intelligence and it's unbelievable. It's just fucking unreal. And I know I'm swearing when I got a guy singing about the Quran in the back and everything like that. I try as hard as I can not to be disrespectful to anybody's religion, but I come down just as hard on all the other religions when I'm making series to anybody of religious faith. I highly doubt that Namal is atheist. I highly doubt it. But even the atheism is another religion, Namal. So when you hear me swearing, it don't mean any disrespect while I'm doing your videos or anything like that. But I'm me, you're you. You can take whatever it is I'm showing you and go do your own videos and say to your friends and whoever, those 260 people on your channel, are they truly your friends? And you can go to them and say, this guy's a trash mouth. He's always swearing. I don't like when he does. You can do whatever you want. We don't have to be buddies, but I'm just showing you the system because this is my way of calling you out. You can obviously see it in the mall. You can see it. So as the series goes on, I'm going to start bringing you into the moon. I'm already now starting to bring you into water, waves, ocean, rivers, lakes, all that kind of thing. It's called Digital Collection of Electromagnetic Nanocarbon from the area we call at this moment the cloud level over Namal's head. Now, Namal, there's a lot of shit going on that if I talk about it, my videos will keep getting deleted, which is the mineral streets that are spraying and dumping shit all over your skies, my skies, everyone's skies. We can also talk about all the other ways there are to get the heavy metals and minerals that they need to control weather, not influence weather, because I usually try to say influence weather, but that's never good enough for the conspiracy theorists. So it is an actual control, because if you are influencing it and everyone else is going to pretend that we don't know, we all pretend that these fucking trails aren't being dumped all over our heads all the time. You know, everybody, obviously every country, because I've been watching them in your skies just as much. Not just as much as we get them here, but I'm saying I can notice them. You guys are probably in a stage over your head from the videos you've shown me so far. Your country, wherever you are, is probably where the United States was 10, 15 years ago, maybe, you know, something like that, where it's not as heavy, but it's probably unnecessary. It depends on whatever the heavy metal and mineral makeup is around in this area. I mean, look at the fucking imagery, man. Look at it. It's unbelievable. Your videos are so awesome. They really are. I mean, it's unfucking. My eyes tear this apart to where they're just going bang, 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 and then I'm getting the big ones, bang, 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 and my eyes just automatic. And it's been very similar to that, and I've been saying that since the beginning. And I don't look at it as a special power, because I can get others to do it. I know that I can get others to see it. I trick them by using this cropper. And once you bring the cropper in and you start closing it down, then the images become more distinctive. They become more undeniable. They become more crisp and clear and specific, and they show intent. They show intent everywhere in the mall. We're only looking at the clouds right now, right? So once we start going into the stones, the rocks, the oceans, the waters, human skin, and I start bringing you in on all these different areas, you start fire, smoke, you start realizing, okay, True Creator builds everything in here from the veil to the ground. How does he do it? Uses triangular builders. There are many, many questions. Even I have. I'm giving you what I have. True Creator is control of everything in here, is the master of all builds. The True Creator is the one. We share the True Creator's energy. All of us share the True Creator's energy. Then you got the false creator / creator. Our God, the one that we think of as God all the time. The creator of the bio realm. The divider. The false creator / creator is the all great, all divider. And humans stealing the false creator / creator's work and dividing Adam ourselves have done a lot to control the whole entire system. And because the 7.8 billion zombie slaves agreed to deny this, they've gotten away with so much, and it's just going to continue to go on unless we all wake up. And it's not scary to wake up. There's nothing to fear with what I'm showing you. What I'm showing is for you to go look for yourselves, not for you to take my word on anything and use what I'm showing you as a form of entertainment. Oh, gee, I wonder how that guy's doing that. I wonder how he's making these videos out of my videos. You know, don't use any excuses like that. Take the camera in your hand, hold it up to the screen. You can go back in history. We have hundreds of years of commercials, videos, movies, you name it. Go back and use your camera as a viewing device, and you look into the clouds, the trees, the rocks, the stones, the waters, the smoke, the human skin, you name it. And you're going to be able to digitally collect the feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast over and over again. Wait till I bring you into the moon. The moon, I'm about 25 parts of your series, Namal, away from bringing you into the moon and showing you we're going to do the same thing with the moon that we're doing here in the clouds. The difference is that the imagery in the moon never changes. What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing that I can bring you all to it and show you the imagery crisp and clear and undeniable. And then by the hundreds of thousands over the last 6 years, they've all denied it. I did notice this. I noticed that since starting your series, Namal, I was just not calling out directly, but when I was calling out the auditors, a lot of Christian-based people were hitting up the videos. And maybe even the ones that were complaining, and maybe that's why I was getting the, because I was definitely getting copyright strikes on the sermons, and I was also getting, what is the other strikes YouTube likes to do that are very unspecific? just breaking their rules for whatever reason, right? Somebody complains, they flag the video, and then you broke the rules or whatever. But anyways, when doing that and going through all this stuff, what I'm going through with YouTube, I mean, we are so censored. But what I noticed was once I got onto your series, and again, I don't know if you're Muslim or not, but once I started playing the Quran in the videos and doing that stuff, I'm getting copyright strikes for stuff, the Quran that YouTube says is okay to play. That's provable by listening to the background that I'm playing. That's from YouTube. And then yet I'm still getting copyright strikes on those videos. So there's something else deeper going on. But I will say that your views from your, I don't know if they're your viewers or they're just Muslim people or people of Muslim faith. I don't know what it is, but the amount of views on the videos I was making to your series way upticked. It went way uptick because I'll explain kind of briefly what I mean while I'm doing this video, and I should probably move around a little bit while I'm doing the video too. Yeah, like right there for a few minutes. Unbelievable. It's unfucking believable. So I keep mentioning in videos, and some of them are getting up. I want to mention it again in case others don't. Since doing this series to you, Namal, again, uptick in video viewing, but YouTube is taking those views away. I don't know what the reasoning is. I know that someone told me a long time ago that once a video hit 100 view mark, especially without being shared, just because if it was being shared, then it would say on my dashboard, supposedly, how many people liked it, how many people shared it, how many people viewed it, that kind of thing. But I never get it. I maybe a handful. Over the last 6 years, I maybe had a handful of them showing me that a video had been shared. And then if it has been shared, how many times it's been shared? One here, one there. So it's not like it was shared thousands of times. That's my point. So over the years, when I seen other videos get thousands of views, it usually took a year or two for them to get to that 1,000 views. That means I don't know how many times YouTube knocked it down as it was climbing, because again, that means that someone saw the video, it stood out to them. I don't even mark my videos with a name on them, and for sometimes months or a year into a series before I actually put a name on. This is probably one of the fastest times, which was with Namal, which was a couple of weeks. Usually I'm working on something for, again, months, usually months to a year, and then all of a sudden I mark everything. And that, which is very opposite of what most people do on YouTube, right? I mean, these are all opposite shit that they do, because I just don't like to play everybody's game. It just, no, I'm not fucking doing it, man. I'll do anything I can to avoid playing the game. This is an awesome video. I mean, my eyes are going bonanza, but I'm trying to think at the same time I'm talking. I'm kind of actually aggravated because I hate getting shut down on YouTube for shit. I mean, it's banging in here. So I'm going to take my cropping tool shaped this way, because those are the timelines I'm going for. And I'm going to go like bang, 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 boom, bang, bang. And then I pull away from the timelines a little bit, right? I'm coming up here because my head's tilted to the right, by the way, people. I'm not up and down right now. I'm like way to the right as I'm showing you these. You have to tilt your head. My eyes are tilting. Let's put it that way. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unfucking believable. Look at this shit. Look. See what I mean about going up to a timeline? So this face does not even stand out at you until I come up to this timeline, right? Then you start to see the face more clearly, right? He's looking off to the left, to your left, whoever's watching this is left, whatever that is, camera left. But I mean, you can clearly see his eyes, his nose, his mouth, his beard, his entire fucking hairdo. Yes, he does have some crazy hair. I don't have a point there. He does have a crazy clump of hair. It looks like coming down this way, but that could be something else. It is part of his hair. And when I change the angle, I can take the camera in my hand and I can get him really good for you. Yep. Human face. His timeline, the one I'm trying to stay on, right here. Right? All the way down to his beard. Right? So I'll come in with this one. There you go. Bink. I bring this one in. Bink. Bring it back and forth. I'm playing with my lights and shadows. And I know your eyes are going to be distracted by everything over here. That's why I'm pointing out the timeline to you. Matter of fact, I'll start the timeline on the top of his head. Hairdo, black hair coming down this way, goes up. There's his hairdo. Then he's got this thing going on here coming right down into his eye that I can't make nothing with. So I'm going to bring this in until that's actually gone and I'm not seeing it anything other than a shadow. Watch. Bink. Oh, he's got some culture in him. He's got some culture in him too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And now what I'm doing is now if I had 3 hands, I would bring one cropper up here to the top of his head. I'd bring the other cropper down here. You know what I mean? And I'd bring them all over. Now I got another one that's looking out this way, but I got to move the cropper this way using the same eyes, using this long nose and going that way. And he's looking this way. He's looking off that way. See his face? If I bring this one, but I got to, in order to show you that one, I'm going to break this one's nose a little bit. See? I'm changing the timelines. Changing the timelines. And it would be way better if I could even have the camera in my hand or somehow right in front of my face. But I did all that crazy shit over the years, and I'm sure there were videographers out there that could do it better than me. But I would say the more natural you can do it, the better. Because otherwise you're going to be accused of CGIing shit. So rather than be accused of CGI guy, which I'm totally against, because I think when you go see the true creator's work, you're going to see that it's way better than any human garbage of CGIs or, Matrix bullshit or anything. You're going to see that even gravity and we've been lied to about every fucking thing. So once you go see the system for yourselves, then we can figure out the rest. I mean, it's going to be very easy. And I guarantee you, I promise you all, anybody that comes to these videos of any race, any religion, none of that shit matters to me anymore. I'm telling you right now, you can all go see it for yourselves. All of you can go see it for yourselves. And the people of Muslim faith that are coming because I'm doing the series to Namal, or maybe you're just Namal's friends, I don't know. But whatever the reason is for the upclick, I just want you to know that YouTube is definitely trying to sabotage this particular series harder than any series since probably in the last 4 or 5 years. Because I'm saying that because how quickly they hit it. I was only 26 parts of your series in before they took me off the Michael Oziak channel and they shut down the channel. I don't know if the channel shut down 90 days, 30 days, forever. They don't even tell you. At least not right away, I don't find out. You have to go lick in their boots. If you want to find out what's going on with your own channel, you have to go in and lick YouTube's boots and say, what did I do? What did I do? I'm so sorry. I know some of the words that I used that got that last video shut down, but that means I had several strikes. So what were the other 2 strikes? Was it because I was getting so many copyright strikes using the Quran when I was playing the Quran for background? I don't know, because they seem to be deleting a lot of those videos as well and shutting them down for agreement of infringements or some shit, contract agreement infringements. Really good videos, Namal. Really good videos. You know, since let's do this. Let's I don't have any pause on this camera, unfortunately, but I'm going to try to work a few things at the same time. Hold on. Okay. All right. See, Namal, I got your channel saved. Awesome videos, Namal. But I want to go show you something else real quick. Hold on a minute. Where the hell are they gonna be? I noticed that in Tune Them All, you got some that are clear sky. Man, let's go look at those for a second while I'm figuring out other stuff. Hold on. Yeah, these ones. And this one. And a little bit of this one. No, I'm going to ask you a few things, Namal, to do me a favor, if you could, if you're even into what it is I'm showing you, if you want to partake in any of this series, I got a whole bunch of stuff I'm going to ask you to do for me on your end so that we can figure out a few things, so answer some questions that I now have since I started this series. One of them being the cultural one. The other one being that if you have any friends that are musically talented and you can put up whatever you want to be used for music on your videos when I'm remastering your videos. Right now I'm playing the Quran in the background, but I don't know what they're saying, and I don't know if you're gonna even be interested in that. I'm just doing it. So I'll ask you if you have any music that you want to be played while I'm remastering your videos, just let me know. And then put them on your channel, and I will go copy them from your channel. As long as I see that you didn't get any copyright strikes on them, and it's fine. It could be just you playing the fucking bongos, whatever you want to do. You might be musically talented yourself. I do that. I play piano in the background, but I'm not good. But I just just to get some sound and rhythm and background into the videos, it does help. Because otherwise, if people just think they're coming and looking at some clouds, big deal. When you know they're going there to look at the true creator's work, give them something that they can listen to while they're looking around. And they're going to pause anyway. no one looks. They just refuse to look.
فبشره بمغفرة
man. They're like gold, your videos to me. They really are, man. I can be on them all day. All day, each video. So you guys know what I'm doing. This area right here is the one that I'm looking at now to do a verification. I'm making sure that this is not a little tongue, and if it is a little tongue sticking out, does it have a Y at the end of the tongue? Looking to make sure that I'm not seeing a snake face or something of that nature going on in here. Again, I see all the other faces going on. I could go around and crop them for you, but my eyes are so in tuned and always looking for something that falls outside that feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. I want you to know that I'm looking, and I'm looking hard in all this. It still comes up feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. Now, I have not yet to get that to go snake, but I just want you to know what it is I'm looking at. And the reason why I'm bringing my camera way down here is because I'm working the lights and shadows purposely in order to add all the light around here, and you'll notice this dark area stays dark. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for the lights and shadows and angles and distances of perspective all around this area to see if I can ever get that to go to some kind of a snake face, and it never does. Even the nose goes canine. The nose goes canine when I go into it at a certain depth. So I'm never getting that out of it. I just want you to know that I look. Then I heard somebody knocking at the door. Okay. So, again, as usual, there is so much going on. This one's a nice one, and I am still noticing the eastern look, eastern features in the human faces. It's a lot more prevalent than other places I've been looking. I got a lot of stuff falling around me and everything. Hold on.
إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون وإن كل لما جميع لدينا محضرون وآية لهم الأرض الميتة
Wow.
أحييناها وأخرجنا منها حبا فمنه يأكلون وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وأعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملته أيديهم أفلا سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا
I can tell you right now, we're going to see some femininity right here with these long eyelashes. I guarantee you, one direction or another, that eye is, right now I'm seeing all male imagery, but I know just from experience that when I see something like this around an area, that it's going to turn into a female image. Right now it's all male. And obvious, right? I'm just affirming that these are all male-looking images because I'm cutting off these here. But I guarantee you, if I come this way, I will find it. Where are you, bitch? See them now being used as eyelashes. There she is. There she is. She's where you're gonna see femininity. I'm upside down, so my hand's shaking. I'm not shaking because I'm scared. I'm shaking because I'm upside down with my cropping tool. She's feminine. She's feminine. I know she's a beastie looking feminine, but she's feminine. It looks like I could probably get some of her neck in there too. Trying to get her other eye. I wish this fucking cropper would stop shaking. Really good videos. So I'm just going to mention them all. You'll probably see me in the next 10 or 15 videos or so. My monitor is mounted in a table that I cut out the size of the monitor. So this table has legs on it. I can drop it down, and the reason for that is because over the years I got sick and tired of going upside down myself. It's a lot harder. It's better to set it up as a table. So I have legs for that table, short ones and long ones, to make it a full table. When I do that, you're going to notice it. I'll probably point it out quickly while I'm doing the videos for you, that I'm doing that. Unbelievable videos. Really, really good. I could stay here for hours, but I think this video is already an hour. And when I make a video more than an hour, YouTube takes 30 hours or more to upload the damn thing. So let's see, I'm an hour and 11 minutes already. All right, I'm just gonna end this video because I already know from experience that they're just gonna dog it anyway. But I got time. I'm gonna make another 1 hour video right now, and I'm for Namal, for your series, Namal, and I'm gonna go in on some other things. Not the moon yet. Still, I'm gonna still keep holding off on the moon, but I would highly recommend you go back and look at my videos of the moon that I do for other people's series while you're waiting for me to get to the moon videos of your series. It'll be helpful, and it's very important for assisting you with knowing how to work your lights and shadows and your angles and distances of perspective. At the same time, it'll start getting you ready for all the other new things you're about to go see for yourself. And they're all over the place. Any of my videos that you see a moon in, whether it's me out on a cold winter night doing my own moon videos, a digital collection of electromagnetic nanocarbon from the area we call the moon, and all that. So, all right, I'm just going to end this one. I'll be back.